Peace and blessing. So today I decided that I really wanted to focus on one, planning for the coming year, but also really making sure that things are aligned. And so I was thinking about the newsletter that I have and how I wanted to structure that, and decided that because this is a passion project and really helping me to like grow and deepen my skills, that I would base them off of a particular theme. I was looking for my African Goddess Will Manifesting deck, but I could not find those cards for some reason. So this one popped out, and then also the Shaman's Dream came to mind, but I decided to go with the Guiding Light. Yeah, this is the deck that I really prefer to use for planning because the themes always hit. But like I said, I don't know where I put them right now. So I just want to go ahead and pull a card. This is actually the deck that I use when I make my planners. I pull a card for the month and base everything off that. So I'm basically doing the same thing, just using this particular Guiding Light deck. And if my manifesting deck pops up, then maybe I will add in a card with that as well. I really don't know where it's at or what I put it in. I know it was in a bag, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I found them. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Funny story. I actually have two of these decks because I thought I either misplaced or I thought this deck was in storage too. And then when I got the second deck, I found the first deck. So I combined them all into one deck. This is like one of my favorite decks. It is the We're Manifesting Fertility Goddess Affirmation cards created by Abiola Abrams. One of the very first Black goddess decks that I have ever owned. So super grateful for that. And I'm putting this here so I know where my boundaries are. But yeah, so I think what I'll do is pull a Guiding Light Oracle for the year, one for this month, and then I'll pull a manifesting card. I don't know that I've used this deck yet. So this is the Guiding Light Oracle by Kelly T. Smith. I love these cards because they're so chunky. I love big decks, and I cannot lie. So what is the Guiding Light card for now? That's going to guide me throughout 2025. I usually wait to do my year reads until after I've gotten my annual readings. I get a New Year reading from Abundant Life Tarot and an aura reading from Christina Ambubiyag. I can't not get my aura reading. Like I can't do it. This year I didn't think that I was gonna, but I was like, no, like I need it. I listen to the readings that I get for myself, sometimes daily, but definitely weekly. Usually oh, okay. All right. Ooh, I knew that 2025 was going to be a year of deep self understanding, boundaries, protection, and all of those things. So we've got soul contracts as my guiding card for the year. And it says, before you were born, you agreed to partake in specific experiences that assist in the evolution of your soul. This is card number 13. 13 is like one of my favorite numbers. I'm going to check the guidebook and just see. But for me, it's almost like knowing who I am integrating the lessons from the different experiences and growing beyond that. In the 2025 reading that I did for myself, it was very much focused on me, like integrating lessons from the past, focusing on my physical health, really doing kind of like deep shadow work, just deep knowing of who I am and really being confident in myself. And I feel like this just amplifies that message even more. So, soul contracts. The human mind tends to try to understand its experience and therefore may make false conclusions and assumptions in order to satisfy its need for understanding. Ooh. This card comes to you today because you may be having a hard time understanding your life circumstances. You could be confusing your situation by comparing your life to others around you. It's important for you to understand that your life in its entirety is a beautiful co-creation between you and spirit. Oh, I love that. What you believe is bad about your life is actually the colors that your soul requested for this particular experience. If you grew up in a dysfunctional family, you might try to define your experience as unfortunate, when in actuality, you contracted to have these experiences with these particular people or souls at this time. You have specific things that you set out to learn and experience for your soul's evolution. There is neither good nor bad. There is only experience. I really love that. And that's something that I've come to really appreciate. When I have hard things happen, I try to detach from the emotion and like zoom out, which is a beautiful thing. It's actually one of my gifts, but it also means that I can, what's the word? Be too zoomed out, like too into the meta and not always connect in with the humanness of things. So that's something that I've learned and am continuing to learn to really balance within myself. As you begin to see the beauty in all that you've experienced, you can let go of these false assumptions that are causing you the unpleasant emotions of pain and grief. Even though you have contracted certain experiences for your soul's growth, you also have free will. It is how you choose to respond to events that create your future. There's a blessing in the life you have been giving, no matter how challenging it seems. You can create even more beautiful colors from the palette that your soul offers. What colors you choose to create is entirely up to you. I think for me, definitely 2024, like this was a karmic year, and there was a lot of endings. There was a lot of releasing and things coming into my awareness. So I feel like this is telling me I have a choice to either repeat the past lessons or honor higher level soul contracts for myself. I do feel like I am complete with like karmic cycles, with unhealthy patterns. There are still some that I'm unraveling, but they're more so focused on myself, especially around like health and finances, which are two of my biggest concerns this year. So keeping soul contracts at the center of things. Oh, let's start with December 2024. We have Beset, Inspired Action. Love it. I align with my guidance and I take deliberate action. And I think that is where I am, trusting in spirit and starting to do the things that get me to where I desire to be. I've made some changes within my business so that I can feel more supported and do the things that I truly desire to do, because that is what I feel that I was guided to do. I also feel there's like a lot of protection around me. So I see December as a springboard. And yeah, because it's a birth. So it's like the pushing through the physical manifestation of things. I think that's a beautiful way to begin a new year. So then we're going to pull for January. And then like I was inspired to really delve into like spiritual love tarot. I was inspired to like shift things within my business. I like just so many ways that inspired action is resonating with me. Okay, so this is just going to be quarter one. I'm not doing multiple cards. It feels like they're backwards, so I'm going to switch them around. So we've got January, February, March. January celebration. I think this is really beautiful, starting the year from a happy place, from a place of gratitude. This is a nurturing energy. So, like it said, like seeing every opportunity is something to celebrate, something to be grateful for. So it feels like a party. Like it just feels like, yes, I survived. Like life is good. Look at me. I'm enjoying life and thriving. So I think this is a beautiful energy to start 2025 with. We have Goddess Hera, um, infusing life with joy, with, things to celebrate. Receiving, I think, is beautiful. February, the month of love, being open to receive with Goddess Freya. I receive all blessings. Giving and receiving are the cycle of life. So this is conception. So maybe there will be some seeds planted, and really aligning with the energy of receiving versus always having to give or feeling like I'm unable to receive, whether that be money, love, success. And then letting go, yemaya. I let go of what is for what will be. I release guilt, blame, and shame. So I would say maybe in March, as the winter starts to fade, and new things start to blossom. If these are seeds being planted, then there may be things that, yeah, it's possibly some weeding or like shadow work, things that may need to exit my life. And this could be something as simple as like, maybe there's some subscriptions that I have, or something along those lines that I don't really need, like things that I've been using as crutches that I can let go of. This can also be habits. I don't know, these sparkles on her forehead, it just feels like intuitive knowings coming through, or like visualizing things. And then you have the conch shell here, which is very much connected with Yemaya. And it's like, yeah, letting go of like limiting beliefs, habits, fears, things of that nature. So that is awesome. I'm going to keep these together. So that was Q1. So then we've got, okay, all the cards are falling out. They've got a lot to say today. Hold on. April, May, and June. What's coming up for me? 2024, April, May, and June. This is kind of how I did my planner, but I had a different intention with the planner. A lot went into it, and I would like to get to a place where I'm able to produce it each year consistently. It's something I have to start working on sooner. I do miss my planner and would love to publish it again soon. All right, what's coming up in Q2 for me? There's April. I'm loving the energy. So we've got joy, abundance, and generations. Generations was the card that I pulled for 2024. I'm fully healed of ancestral traumas and we are free. And that is very much something that came up. Definitely had a lot of ancestor wisdom and energy, and the need to like really connect with them. So we've got for April, Aphrodite, joy. I have the courage to be unapologetically happy. I think this is beautiful with spring. You feel that freshness and that blossoming. And again, like celebration and joy are kicking off each quarter. And I think happiness, positive emotions is definitely very important. A lot of times, it's overthinking or worry or stress or whatever, and also not doing things that bring me joy. And I like that this is gestation. It's something that's like growing within me, and just having that inner expression. I'm seeing like dancing, roller skating, like things that I really enjoyed, and being able to start adding those things back to my life and enjoying life and having fun as the earth wakes up from winter. May, we've got abundance. I always have more than enough. Wealth is my birthright. So I'll probably do a lot around, I don't know, creativity here. And then also, because I like art, I love art. That's something else that popped out here. Um, Definitely money is one of my things that I mentioned. So probably doing a lot of like shamanic money priestess things, working around the energy of money and abundance, and also doing an abundance check-in. I did one this past week, and that's something that I want to continue, just improving, my finances, making sure that I have an abundance mindset. And also this can be really spending more time on my podcast, the Abundantly Ever After show, as well. So I think that's really beautiful energy. And I love that it says like wealth is my birthright, and really connecting that in with my soul contract. And then here we have generations. I think again, this is what, April, May, so summertime, June. It'll be, I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling travel. Maybe I will travel to my ancestral homeland, but definitely working within my lineage. The work that I do is healing work, and that is something that is generational as well. But yeah, just knowing that there is always support and continuing to deepen my work with ancestors. So maybe I'll do some more deep dives into like root work and, looking back at like different themes that I have seen come up in my family line, and seeing how can I be of support to shift those things. And maybe that's like creating a new soul contract for generations to come, I think, too, especially as it relates to like abundance and joy. So let's see, July, August, and then my birth month. Okay, so July, we've got soul partners. I am worthy of loving. August, we've got body wisdom, one of my favorite cards. And what's coming up in September? Oh, we've got two cards. I'll take it. We've got miracles, and then inspired action again. I feel like this is just like a check-in, like checking in. Where am I? Where have I progressed? The soul partners definitely would focus on like spiritual love, and then body wisdom. Yes, loving this as well. Not only like just body work, but really diving into health and wellness here. And then with miracles and inspired action, I feel like that's pretty clear. Making sure that I'm in alignment, planting seeds and looking for the miracles in my life as well. I feel like there's going to be some great change that occurs here, and I'm excited to see what that is. So yeah, I'll probably focus on like magic, miracles, like manifestation, affirmations. I love this card. Things to like help take inspired action. Ooh. All right, and then Q4. I put some of the cards backwards. October, November, December. Oops, sorry. October, November, December 2025. October. Oh, we have vulnerability. Very interesting. So I feel like that could be shadow work, or maybe just being open, possibly like journeying, doing maybe even like ceremonies to release energy. November is power. Oopsie. Too many. Let's get one more. And this one wanted to come out. Awakening. All right. So I'm going to move this down here. Okay. So Juno, vulnerability. You can see like this is like not being afraid, being strong enough to open my heart, be myself, and express raw emotions. I hear like laying it all bare. Like this doesn't look like the nicest place to be, but she is also very peaceful. And I think that's just kind of that knowing that she is protected and supported. So like it's safe to be who you are, where you are, doing what you are. This feels so confident and like really shining and showing up. And it says, I release the need to play small. I fully own my power. I feel like I will be stepping into something. I don't know. I feel like it's business related too. So maybe my business will have expanded or grown by then. So I'm excited to really explore vulnerability as well as like harnessing power. And then awakening, I think, is really beautiful. I enthusiastically dive into my own growth and evolution. I think that all of this is going to lead me to a deeper sense of self, and it's going to help me grow and evolve. So I feel like I will have definitely shifted by the end of 2025. So I'm really excited. This feels, like I said, it feels like a very personal, like internal journey. And I'm really excited because it's a lot of themes that are important to me coming up. So we've got joy, celebration, joy, soul partners, and vulnerability. I think these two are definitely connected. All of the cards are connected, but I feel like entering into a partnership, especially after having been in so many like not so great ones, like there's always a need to be vulnerable within connections with others. And also I feel like that's within connections like with having a business. So I think, yeah, there'll be some elements of like shadow work. I think inward, like different types of journeying, shamanic practices to really explore what's happening and release some things that are no longer needed. I want to pull I'm going to pull a shamanic healing oracle for closing out 2024, and then just one to guide me for 2025 in relation to soul contracts. Grounding. Guide me through 2025. Movement into balance. Wow. So when I look at this grounding card, like the first thing that stood out to me was like the roots of the tree. And I think I've taken actions. And so it's almost like you can see the different cycles. You've got the seed here, then you've got the tree, you can see the leaves falling, and then there's the feather. But everything is interconnected. But what I saw first here, I would say, is the roots. I think there's a deep need for me to, one, ground myself, but also I feel like that's having a solid plan and outlook. But I also think like the physical grounding of myself, the spiritual grounding of myself, it's going to be very important for me to like really anchor myself into the present. Let me see what the book says. To truly ground and connect to both the earth and creator, practice consciously connecting your energy to earth. You should not be getting your energy outside yourself, but directly from the divine. This is achieved through meditation, energy work, and mindfulness. Find a practice that works for you and practice it. You're being asked to look at areas of your life where you may be employing false grounding as a coping mechanism. So I think with this, it's also kind of like what I've been doing. I've pulled back from a lot of external things and have just really been going within, but I definitely know I need to ground myself more. I used to have like a daily grounding practice, but I haven't done it as consistently as I have had in the past. So that's something that's really being called to my awareness, and just making sure that I am present. And then movement into balance. I really liked this because the first thing I thought of was like body work, and the way that fitness is one of my biggest focuses this year. I forget what this symbol is called. We've got the sun, the moon, the earth, and there's water down there. Let's see. The sun balances the moon just as the earth, the water, and the sky remain in precious balance. So you are moving from unbalanced ideas and lifestyles into a more balanced way of being. I love that because that is kind of like the theme of my business, and how to move into balance is by first being grounded, present, and aware. And that's something that I teach my clients, and help them with, which of course we teach best what we need to know. So definitely putting my walking the walk and talking the talk. A situation may call for some tweaking to adjust it in a balanced mode. Look at the energy and emotions you're putting out into the universe, your world, your relationship, or goals. Balance that with the energy you're allowing yourself to receive. And that card came up too. The body inherently tries to maintain a state of balance. So do our souls. If you're not receiving enough, you may be unconsciously giving more to restore a perceived balanced state. Step out of that automatic response. Listen to your guides and your soul for what this situation truly warrants. I think that's really beautiful because, like I said, I have been pulling back from a lot of things, and like where I'm placing my attention, because I need balance and I need inner balance. And so this definitely resonates with me. And I feel like a lot of releasing of energy through movement is going to be key as well. So these are the cards that I am going to be working with each month. And I'm going to use my handy dandy tarot and other divinatory tools to really help me align with these energies, to help me explore my soul contracts, to release any contracts that are outdated and no longer resonate, and really step into the truest expression of myself. And I'm excited. I think this is very beautiful. And I cannot wait to see how all of this unfolds. So, one of the things that I am thinking about doing as well is pairing each card, or like creating a spread, pairing it with a crystal and essential oil, and work with those throughout the month to really call in this energy or release it, depending. So, yeah, we will see. But this is going to be beautiful. And these are going to be the focuses in 2025 for Spiritual Love Tarot. I cannot wait. I'm really, really excited. And I'm grateful that I followed inspired action to sit down and do this. I think that's it. And let me know what your thoughts are, what you do to prepare for the coming year. If you have a practice that's similar, I look forward to your comments. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Peace.